Welcome back to some Prince, everybody. It's Danny. I had to eventually give that beautiful Hohner back to its rightful owner. Thanks, Grant, for letting me have it for a couple of years. One of my viewers requested a tutorial on Computer Blue, brilliant song, hallway speech version. I didn't even know it existed, so thank you, Cripple Grub, for turning me on to that 12 minutes of joy with ample blistering guitar dripping off it. This is just going to be a really quick tutorial on the first improvised solo in that version of the song, because I hadn't heard it before. It's a great solo. I'll do a clip on the whole thing. And of course it's got that wonderful chromatic. Endless hours of fun to be had with this song. Oh, and yeah, we need a few clips on this one. So this will be the first of a few. Okay, let's get into it. It's a great little solo. Before I show you how to do this, please give me a like and a subscribe and a comment, shout out, share, whatever. Help me out. Yeah, please, because I'm trying to get to 9 million subscribers. You know, this is another brilliant example of where it's a funky bluesy rock thing, but for a start it's in E flat minor. Anyone else in the genre would have the guitar tuned down. You'd hear E flat and you immediately presume they've tuned the entire guitar a half a step down. But not Prince. That's just a really funky key. It's great for keyboards and, you know, lots of Stevie Wonder tunes are in E flat minor. That's number one. But, you know, when it comes to this solo, yes, it's kind of pentatonic and bluesy licks, but he does some wonderful runs in it that are so unexpected. So let's have a look at it. It starts off with that great double stop bend. I'm on 13 and 13 on the G and B strings, bending those up, and he holds it for like 4 bars with the wah pedal going back and forth, and then gradually picks the notes. A great little bluesy lick there as he comes out of that double stop bend. And then Prince sets up a little theme. He's doing pull-offs within the pentatonic scale. So 13 to 11 on the D string. Now this part's really hard to hear with the keys and the wah pedal backed all the way backwards, but it sounds to me like he's playing. And I reckon that'd be with his thumb, because he nearly always played the root note with his thumb over the top. Let's play that first bar after the big bend, and let's do it in time, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I always say to my students, don't try and learn the whole thing from start to finish. Our brains work better when we learn short snippets. So that's a good little phrase to learn. You could even just do the first bar. The next section does the same lick again. We're still in the pentatonic scale here, but I feel like instead of stepping down, Prince plays, you can hear that first finger bend there. So let's do that one really, really slowly. 3, 4, 1. And he slides down off that one, and then there's a quick little inadvertent open E, which was a clue that he hadn't just tuned down. There's a couple of open strings in this solo. There's that one, and later there's a G. So I knew he wasn't tuned down half a step. As we come out of that one, the very end of that bar, after the open E, it's like he comes back up the neck and goes a fret too far. This is in the scale, 11, but he goes 12, 11. He plays the 12th fret and then the 11th fret on the middle two strings, on the D and G strings. Now that first bit is out of key, but as usual, whether it was an accident or not, Prince has opted to leave it in there and it sounds wonderful, steps outside of the scale just momentarily. Let's play through that part. Wonderful. All right, straight out of that, he goes into the next little motif. So he's playing the 6th of the scale instead of, the pentatonic scale. So he's on the 6th here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Then he slides 13, 14, back to the 13th. That's a really simple little lick that goes for 2 bars. 1 and 2. After this comes a bit of a blistering little flow of triplets, and he's got the wah pedal backed right off again, so it's really hard to pick out exactly what's going on with the notes. But for a start, there's a little open G string just for half a beat, and then he plays a standard little blues lick. But there's lots of ringing notes and string noise and all that sort of thing in there. The way I'm playing that, after our little open G string, 13, 14, 13, 11. So that comes in on the and of beat 2. So 1, 2. The triplets in that lick are pulling off from the 13 to the 11 on the G string, to the 13 on the D string, back to the 11 on the G string. Then he does the same shape, moved up a string. So 13, 11 on the D string, 13 on the A string, back to 11 on the D string. Then moving back down, this is on the D string, 11, 8, 11 on the A string, back to 8. And then we've got the 9th fret to the 11th fret on the A and E strings. Then comes the coolest run of the whole thing, in my opinion. After sliding down the neck again, there's a bit of string noise and that sort of stuff. Prince starts the next riff going 10, 13, 10, 13 on the D and G strings. So that's just a different scale. That's he's still in the key, but he's starting on the 6th of the key, playing the 9th of the key, and skipping the minor 7th and the minor 3rd, which are the real blues notes. So after those 4 notes, then he does a quick little slide from the 14th to 13th frets on the B string, and then 9, 13 on the E string. So altogether we've got... But the rhythm that Prince plays this, it's almost like triplets. If we slowed it right down, it'd be like... Anyway. Then he slides up to the 16th fret on the E string and then proceeds to gradually accelerate with some tremolo picking on that note. So it's like 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a da 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 da. Yeah, it goes into... Well, it's pretty hard to tell. It could be triplets. It's... All of a sudden it's really, really fast. So then after tremolo picking the 16th fret, he goes back to the 15th, which is a lovely touch as well, because now it's on the major 3rd. So that's a G note, which hasn't previously appeared in this guitar solo. It's the major 3rd of E flat rather than the minor. Another genius touch, I think. He plays the 16, then the 14, but slides into the 15. So that's the last little melodic lick of that solo. Prince is still providing me endless musical fun to figure this stuff out and to marvel at how great this guy was, even, you know, back in the day. All right, stay tuned. I know, I keep promising people I'm going to finish things off. I've got John Mayer's album tracks. I've only done 4 or 5 of those so far. I've got to finish those off. I've done one side of Mac DeMarco's killer album, This Old Dog. I've got to do side B. Now I've promised that I'm going to do more guitar solos out of Computer Blue, as well as a breakdown of the whole song, because it's a great fun song. All right, see you soon.